All right, today we're going to do something that sounds kind of crazy. We're going to distill decades of financial wisdom into the next 5 minutes. We're talking about the absolute core lessons from 40 of the most powerful money books ever written, all based on the journey of someone who actually used them to go from zero to millions.
So, let me just ask you this straight up. Do you want that millionaire wisdom? The actual roadmap to wealth, but you just don't have time to sit down and read a mountain of 40 books? Yeah, I'm guessing that's a yes. I mean, who has that kind of time? Well, you are in exactly the right place. We've taken all of that knowledge, all those golden nuggets, and packed them into one single powerful explainer. These are the lessons that will actually move the needle for you, taking you from zero to your first 100 grand, then to a million, and even beyond. Look, this isn't just theory. This is a proven roadmap. Okay, so let's just dive right in. Here's the roadmap we're going to follow. It's a 3-level journey. First, we're going to master your mind. Second, we're going to build your engine. And third, we'll scale your impact. So, let's get started with level 1.
So, level 1. This is all about getting you from zero to your first $100,000. But here's the thing. Before you can even think about making money, you have to master your own mind. This is the absolute foundation. It's about rewiring your beliefs and getting your psychology right, because trust me, your mindset is your single most valuable asset.
First things first, let's get one thing crystal clear. Being rich and being wealthy are not, I repeat, not the same thing. Being rich is what you see, right? It's the high income, the flashy cars, all the upgrades. But wealth is what you don't see. It's the assets that are quietly growing in the background. It's declining the first-class ticket. It's avoiding that unnecessary purchase. Wealth is what buys you freedom, not just a bunch of stuff.
So how do you build the confidence to even get there? Well, it's something called the winner effect. It's fascinating. Studies show that when you achieve these small daily wins, you literally rewire your brain. It actually increases certain receptors that make you more likely to win again. It's crazy, right? Success literally breeds more success on a biological level. It's a positive feedback loop you can start for yourself today.
And that winning mindset, it has to be fueled by necessity, not just some vague desire. Think and Grow Rich has this amazing story about a commander who, when facing a much bigger enemy, had his army burn their own ships. There was no escape plan. They had to win. And that right there is the difference between wanting success and needing it. When you remove your own safety net, you will be absolutely amazed at what you can achieve. So how do you actually build those daily habits of a winner? The book Atomic Habits gives us this brilliant and super simple technique called habit stacking. It's so easy. You just attach a new habit you want to start onto an existing one you already do. So, you want to read more? Okay, read one single page while your morning coffee is brewing. It's such a simple, powerful way to build a new routine without having to rely on willpower alone. Now, for what might be the single most important financial lesson, and this one comes from Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it all comes down to 2 simple words: asset and liability. An asset puts money in your pocket, a liability takes money out of your pocket. That's it. The wealthy spend their lives buying assets. The poor and middle class spend their lives buying liabilities that they think are assets. It's such a simple distinction, but it is the absolute key to building real wealth.
And to really understand the power of buying assets, let me ask you a quick question. Would you rather have $3 million in cash right now, today, or a single penny that doubles in value every single day for 31 days? Just think about it for a second. The answer is probably not what you think. The penny. The penny is the right answer. By day 31, that one little penny becomes over $10.7 million. That is the unbelievable, mind-bending magic of the compound effect. It's the force that builds true wealth over time. They call it the 8th wonder of the world, and it can either work for you or it can work against you. All right, you've got the mindset down. Let's move on to level 2, building your engine. This is the stage where you go from that first $100,000 all the way up to your first million. You've mastered your mind, now it's time to build a machine that generates serious income. And this is where things get really, really fun. The cash flow quadrant shows us that there are really only 4 ways to earn money. You can be an employee, self-employed, a business owner, or an investor. Now, the people on the left side, the E's and the S's, they trade their time for money. Your income is always going to be capped. To get truly wealthy, you have to move to the right side, the B's and the I's, where you own the systems and your money starts working for you. This is the real key to financial freedom.
And this move completely redefines what it even means to be rich. The 4-hour workweek introduces this idea of relative income. Just look at this. You have a banker who makes $500,000 a year, but works 80 grueling hours a week. Then you have an entrepreneur who makes only $40,000, but works just 4 hours a week. So who's actually richer? Well, the entrepreneur's hourly rate is nearly double, and they already have the freedom the banker's working so hard to get. Wealth is about freedom, not just the numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about designing a life you actually love.
So, if you're going to build a business, where do you build it? Well, you can compete in what's called a red ocean, a super crowded market full of sharks all fighting over the same customers. Or you can create a blue ocean, a brand new, uncontested market space where you make the competition completely irrelevant. You're not just playing the game anymore, you are creating a whole new one. And this just brilliantly illustrates why that matters so much. A study of over 100 new businesses found that a whopping 61% of all the profits came from the companies that created those blue oceans. They didn't just outcompete everyone, they created something new. That is where you find dominant, long-term success. It's not about being better, it's about being different.
Which brings us to our final level. Level 3, scaling your impact. This is how you go from 1 million to 10 million and way beyond. You've built the engine. Now you need to amplify everything through leadership and systems. This is where you go from just being a business owner to becoming a true leader.
You see, great leadership isn't about telling people what to do. As Simon Sinek explains with his golden circle, pretty much anyone can tell you what they do. Some better leaders can explain how they do it. But the truly great, inspiring leaders, they start with why. They communicate their purpose, their mission, their belief, and that is what inspires people to action. Because people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it.
But leadership alone isn't enough if your entire business depends on you. This is what's known as the entrepreneurial myth, or the E-myth. It's the big reason why 80% of businesses fail. Just because you're a fantastic baker doesn't mean you're going to be great at running a bakery business. You have to stop being the technician and start building systems that can run without you. You've got to work on your business, not just in it.
So, the big question is, where do you focus all your energy? The book Good to Great gives us the hedgehog concept. Think about it. A fox knows a little bit about a lot of things, but a hedgehog knows one big thing, how to defend itself perfectly. Don't be the fox trying a million different tactics. Be the hedgehog. Find that one thing you can be the best in the world at and focus all your energy right there. That is the real path to long-term wealth. It's about finding your unique genius and just doubling down on it.
Okay, that was a ton of information. So let's just quickly recap the entire roadmap to riches we've just laid out. Think of this as the final blueprint for your financial freedom.
It's really a 3-step journey. Level 1, master your mind. Fix your money beliefs, build those winning habits, and know the difference between an asset and a liability. Level 2, build your engine. Move from trading your time for money to owning systems. Focus on freedom and go create your own market. And level 3, scale your impact. Lead with a powerful mission, build systems so the business isn't just you, and absolutely dominate your niche. This is the path from zero to true financial freedom.
And there you have it, the condensed wisdom of 40 of the best money books ever written, all laid out in a clear, actionable path. This knowledge has literally created millions, and what you choose to do with it now, well, that's entirely up to you. The power is officially in your hands.
You have the roadmap. So the real question is, what's your first step? What is the one small action you're going to take today to get started? Let us know down in the comments below. And hey, if you want more explainers just like this one to help grow your wealth, make sure you subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.